I'm Todd Grisham, and welcome inside the Lighthouse Theater. And what a night and what a fight we expect this to be. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for our tale of the... Here comes Sugar Ray.
This bout is scheduled.
What a pleasure to be in this unique... These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Caution is being thrown to the wind. They both want a highlight reel knockout. All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
You walk in, you cannot hide or duck or stand behind anybody. The audience is on you. They see every single movement, every single twitch. If you're scared, the thousands of people out here in this place, they will spot it.
Nice counter shot. Very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. A perfect counter shot. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. In that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
There's the bell for round two. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take three to give one. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Oh, this is a slugger right here in front of him. These kind of fighters, they want to get hit in the face because it G's them on. They want to stand there and fight in the trenches.
He misses with that straight left. Exchange here from both men. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
He parries that left jab away. Nice defense on that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Calzaghe in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you think you come up, though, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen.
On to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. But these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talking about Calzaghe in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
Here we go to the 4th round. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That hook's blocked. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. That hook doesn't score. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable in middleweight.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Misses with the straight left. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it. On to the 5th we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Swing and a miss with the jab. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Going the hook, but it doesn't score. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. That hook just can't find the target. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
Let's start the sixth. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
That left hook doesn't find its target. Do you believe what we are seeing? Nice defense with that jab. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are... Hold that thought! Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. How is this fight still continuing?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Calzaghe in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. And there's the bell for round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
A big uppercut, and he is rocked here. Missed him with that uppercut. Nice counter punch right up the middle. He blocked that jab. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Beautiful counter shot. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Good defense to block the hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape. And they're back at it again here in round 8. They really seemed to exhaust themselves last round. Let's see what they have left.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Nice job to block that uppercut. What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
Shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You are ready.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to...
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was...